You are listening to the Leadership of the Leaf SideBar episode. Join Austin and Dice as they put some smoke in the air.
Welcome, everyone. This is a SideBar episode of Leadership of the Leaf.
Leadership of the Leaf. Yes, sidebars. What are we going to cover in this sidebar? Because I know we get sidetracked so easily in so many of our other episodes.
Well, this sidebar, we are going on Cigar of the Year from other companies or whatever you want to call it.
Okay. Yeah, it's that time of the year. Everyone's putting out their Cigar of the Year lists if they're on top of their shit. If they're not, some companies who have yet to be named, they are slowballing it, trying to build momentum and expectation. Whatever. We'll figure it out. But all right, so Cigars of the Year.
All right. Before we get started, my name is Dice.
Oh, well, hi Dice. I'm Austin.
Hi, Austin.
So
I'm
excited. I'm trying to jump the gun. Okay, we're in season 2. I just kind of assumed people know who the fuck I is.
All right, so I'm looking at the show notes, and that's very nice, very fucking nice.
Obviously, nobody can see our show notes because we do a podcast, and even if we did it on YouTube, you would still wouldn't see my show notes. I put a big old middle finger emoji on the show notes.
Yes, they're very, very pleasant.
I'm here for you, bud.
So is that your number one? Is that what you're saying?
No.
All right.
but speaking of that, what are you smoking now? I know it's not our number one, obviously.
No. I picked up forgive me, I probably pronounced this all kinds of wrong.
I can't wait for you to murder this
Anejo.
one. God, you suck.
Esplendido.
Hey, not terrible. Not terrible. Okay, and what Hennessy are you pairing that with, my good friend?
Oh, you just knew it was going to be Hennessy. So I'm actually having an old-fashioned. And because I don't feel like making 2 or 3 in a row, I just went ahead and made myself a double old-fashioned.
Hey, listen, you're talking to the guy who made himself a Quattro old-fashioned.
But I learned it from watching you.
Hey, it's delicious, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not mad at it.
Talk shit some more.
Never.
See what happens. All right. Well, since you're smoking the Esplendido, I decided to go ahead and smoke tried and true, kind of, something I trust a little bit. Zig around the humidor for something to smoke. And damn it, if I just don't have too many of other cigars that I got to get out of that humidor so I can have room for other stuff.
That's what you do, right?
Yeah. Then we talked about this previously. I'm going to get sidebarred on my own sidebar, but I found it. I had a deal. There was a deal on these Macanudo Inspirados White, which is what I'm smoking. It's a box of 20. They're Robustos. And so I bought it and put it in my humidor. I've been, holidays and stuff. I didn't get to smoke as many as I wanted. I was traveling, seeing family. Family doesn't like it when I smoke. Yada, yada, yada. Well, right before I went on the holidays, there was another deal on another cigar that was probably one of my favorites, which is the American Viking Obrigado.
Ah, that's a good one.
Yeah, and I bought a box of that one. Wife was super happy with that one. So now I have 2 boxes of 20 sitting in my humidor, plus all of my 5-packs and singles and doubles that I've bought. And yeah, I got to get rid of some stuff.
Yeah. Too bad I'm not over there to help.
Damn it. If you were, it'd be super, super beneficial. But anyways.
What are you pairing your Inspirado White with?
I am pairing it with a nice Jameson. Something simple, time honored, if you will.
Are you drinking it neat?
On the rocks.
On the rocks.
On the rocks. Got the clinks in my glass.
Do you add a splash of water to your Jameson?
Nope.
All right.
No, so I do it on the rocks, so I don't have to add the splash of water. As the 3 ice cubes melt, they add my little splash of water, and also chill my drink, because I'm not fancy and I don't have all the whiskey stones and stuff like that. And even if I did, I've tried, I don't know, 4 or 5 different types of whiskey stones. You had a set of whiskey stones. My brother had a set of whiskey stones that were in the shape of bullets, because his rocks glasses, they were made like they had a bullet piercing the glass, which was really cool. It was like a cool aesthetic. But he used those as whiskey stones. They just don't chill my drink enough.
I just got one of those glasses.
It's cool, right?
My wife thought it was cute or cool or whatever she thought.
I think it looks pretty cool. Yeah. He had it was a whole bar thing that his wife set up for him for an anniversary present. Anyways, we're getting sidetracked on our own sidebar. See, this is why we have sidebars, people. We're throwing it out there. This is the reason. All right, so cigars of the year. Obviously, if everyone has listened to the previous episode, you'll know what our cigar of the year was. Hey, Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust Sin Compromiso, the Toro.
Good
size.
Cigar.
Great cigar.
Yeah.
Oh, love that cigar. I'm waiting to see if those could ever like go on a little bit more of a sale, so I can buy a box of those, just so my wife will be even more pissed off with me than she already is.
I don't think I've ever actually seen them on sale. I've seen them give away like freebies or something.
Yeah. Usually it's like buy a box, you get like a Saka Squatch or something like that.
Yes.
And that's okay. I'm just like, he doesn't need to put them on sale because there's still a demand. But anyways, all right. So Leadership of the Leaf, that's ours. Sin Compromiso. There's another cigar podcast out there. I would say it might be a little bit more, just slightly more popular than ours. Maybe just a little bit.
Oh man, you're full of it. You're laying it on thick. But yes,
am I?
It's a little known podcast.
Little known. It's tiny. It's called the Cigar Authority. And they had recently had their reveal. Now, if you want to go listen to their podcast, I don't blame you. I listened to their podcast. It's quite enjoyable. But theirs was the Montosa Maduro in the Toro size.
Correct. And I don't think I've heard of it. If I see it, I will pick it up. But I don't think I've heard of it.
Yeah, I don't know that I've heard of it either.
But I mean, if they picked it as Cigar of the Year, I'm assuming, because they've been doing podcasts just a little bit longer than us, as you stated.
Tiny, and they're so small. I don't even know why we put them on here. Yes, but if I see one, I will probably pick it up or order from them. I guess I could always do that.
That's the number 2.
That's number 2. All right. Anyways, again, we're getting sidetracked again.
All right. So probably the most famous list that everyone sees.
Fuck them.
You can't say that yet.
Oh, sorry. Continue so I can say my piece.
So Cigar Aficionado.
Fuck them.
Released their list.
You fucking losers.
Now, the reason why you're going off, I understand. And the whole reason why I don't care too much for their list anymore is because they chose, let me speak English properly. They chose a Cuban cigar to be their number 1.
Now, so for all those who are like, well, what's wrong with Cuban cigars, Dice? I like Cuban cigars. Cuban cigars are great. We have Cuban cigars here. No, this is a fully Cuban cigar that you cannot get in the United States unless you get it shipped internationally from another country that has trade with Cuba, or if a president decides to lift the embargo or whatever happens. But theirs is the H. Upmann number 2.
And being that it's the H. Upman number 2, yes, you may be able to get it in Canada, like you said, international. I just don't think it's a fair assessment for an American cigar magazine to choose a cigar that's not readily available. I'd rather for them to choose a limited edition or limited series or a limited release of a cigar over something that is not attainable.
Yeah, no, I so just S&Gs, right? I decided to do a quick Google search. Obviously, it's sold out like everywhere. But a box, this is a box, yes? Looks like it's a box, is $430.
For a box of what, 10, right?
I believe so, yeah. Let's see if I can find it somewhere else. But yeah, this is just what pisses me off. Oh, box of 25 on a different website is $550.
Huh. That's not extremely horrible, my friend.
No, it's not terrible, but again, and this is a company that has to ship worldwide. So take that for what you will. It's just not like you can go into a brick and mortar like I don't know, what was it, 2020, 2019 was the EP Carrillo The Pledge?
Correct, yeah.
You could literally walk into a brick and mortar. I did it. I walked into a brick and mortar and was like, hey, you guys got any of those pledges? And they're like, actually, we got a box in today. How many you want? I'm like, haha, 5. And I had it. And I walked out with it. It was great. Cigar Aficionado, they always carry that stuff. But, you know, they carry weight. But a lot of people in the cigar community have been getting less enthused with their picks because they feel like it's a more of a buy. They were bought for their picks.
Yeah, I feel that way.
Especially last year with the what was it, the Padron 1924 Reserve,
something 65-year anniversary or whatever it was.
65-year anniversario, and it had been released like 2 years before.
That's a Padron though.
Again,
so I'm gonna look at their number 2.
All right, fair enough. I would agree.
So their number 2 in America would be the number 1.
Yes,
would that be
unless you're paying the prices, $550, $430, whatever it is.
Is Rocky Patel's 6060.
Now, I could get behind Rocky Patel's 6060. I think Rocky Patel makes a lot of great cigars. I have not tried the 6060, but I'd be willing to give that a shot, and I would almost put an asterisk again by this year for Cigar Aficionado. They did this shit last year.
Yeah, I think they've been pulling this shit for the past 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
I mean, in a sense, they kind of lost their street cred.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I kind of more lean to like the Cigar Journal. That's the one that's actually made, you know, it's a Cigar Journal. It's written here in America. It's distributed in America. Everything's, you know, kind of for the people, by the people, you know. Wonder where I've heard that before. For the people, by the people.
I've never heard that.
Never heard it. Anyways,
all right.
Cigar can't sidetracked. But Cigar Journal's Cigar of the Year is the Padron Family number 95 Natural. Now, yeah. I'd take nothing away from Padron. They make fantastic cigars. I think I will probably go try to find this one and smoke it on the kid's birthday, as is my custom and my
cigar tradition.
Yeah, my tradition. I lost the word for it there for a second.
No more Jameson.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you mean more Jameson. Got it. More Jameson.
That's what I meant to say.
More Jameson, more cigars. Wife, if you're listening, I love you. What?
I went to the brick and mortar cigar outlet,
mm-hmm.
the largest humidor on the West Coast.
Yes.
I went there, talked to Roger, and Roger talked me into getting a Padron Black Edition. It costs $44. And oh man, I have not smoked it yet. I want to make sure the weather and everything's perfect. I want to enjoy that thing without any distractions.
we'll smoke it off the air.
Yeah. I'm sorry, listeners, but yes.
Everyone's like, what? Listen, you guys, there's a lot of preparation that goes into these things and a lot of forethought that sometimes we don't always get to enjoy the cigars as much as we would like. So that's why we buy 2 or 3. In Dice's case, you buy 1 and you just don't smoke it on the air. Because he hates our listeners. You heard it here first.
My pockets don't run that deep.
Now, I did mention at the beginning of the show that there are some companies out there that have yet to release their cigar of the year. As of this episode, when we are recording this, Cigar Dojo is one of those companies.
What are they doing with their list, sir? Please tell the people.
Jesus. So they have their number, let's see, they have all the way up to number 11. Good to go. And it's a good, it's a good list. I like it so far. I'm excited to see where they go with this. But the way they're doing the other ones is, so number 10 and 9 are going to be revealed together, and then the next day they're going to reveal 8 and 7, and then the next day they're going to reveal 6, 5, then the next day they're going to reveal 4, and then on the final day they'll reveal 3, 2, 1.
Wow, so they're dragging it out.
Yeah, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Takes 5 days to go through 10 cigars, to release 10 cigars. It boggles my mind. So, and then they have other awards and stuff that are all going to be released on the same, like the last day, but still, it's just one of those things. I'm like, why are we taking so long?
Slow crawling it so they can get more money, or see who pays them the most money?
I don't know. That one, I don't know. I don't understand why they're trying to do this. I think it's silly of them. It's their company, so they can do whatever the hell they want to, I guess. But
that's true.
But yeah, it's I don't know. To me, it doesn't make sense. Most people already have their lists out. It's a cigar for the last year, right? So you're gonna stop taking considerations probably like starting like October 1. You're not going to take any more considerations for that year, right? Those cigars that are released in October, November, December will be rolled in to the next year. That way it gives you enough time to smoke all of the ones for this year and draw out your list, right? That's 3 months. Do it. They're waiting until the middle of the first month of the new year, and they're going to release their last 10. It just doesn't seem, it's weird.
There's another Leaf enthusiast. I don't think has a list out there yet either. There's quite a few that don't really have their list out yet. Yeah,
it's a little disheartening to see. I mean, I guess I could kind of be like, okay, within the first month, it's fine, but man, when you get the Cigar Aficionado, Cigar Journal, Cigar Snob, which we haven't talked about yet, they have their lists out. Those are 3 really kind of big publications. Cigar Dojo is I would say up there as well, and they don't have it. And then you have what's the point of slow rolling? Once Cigar Aficionado is out, anybody who's not in the cigar know-how, in the cigar realm, doesn't care anymore.
Yeah, I was gonna once they.
People know Cigar Aficionado because it's been around for so long. But unless you're in the cigar industry or a fan of the cigar industry, people aren't going to care what Cigar Journal has to say. They're not even going to know who Cigar Dojo is. Maybe Cigar Snob, but they're really going to care about the Cigar Aficionado. So once theirs out, why are you slow rolling?
Cigar Snob, I don't know if you knew this or not. They actually have a podcast too.
Yes.
And they drank on theirs like we drank on ours.
I like it. makes for better conversation pieces. So, all right, Cigar Snob.
Yeah.
Speaking of, theirs is a Foundation cigar, Olmec Maduro, which I haven't really seen a whole lot of it.
Charter Oak is Foundation cigars, right? I'm pretty confident Charter Oak is. So
yes.
Yeah. So cigar, what? Olmec Maduro. Yeah. If I see that one, I would definitely pick it up because I'm a fan of Charter Oak.
Yeah, I was actually looking at the band, and it looks kind of plain. Something that I probably wouldn't pick up.
Has a big head or something on it, right?
Yeah, it looks like a Mayan head almost. Mesoamerican, whatever you want to call it. It looks really interesting. I definitely want to try to pick it up now. That one is made in the wrappers Mexico, binders Nicaragua, and fillers Nicaragua. So you can feel like you're going to get a little bit of spice out of there. And it's a Toro. So
the Mexican wrapper probably gets some chocolate in there.
Yeah. The Olmec civilization, which it's named for, is from the San Andreas Valley in Mexico. Gave us tobacco and chocolate.
Nope.
So it looks like a chocolate bar in the box. Yeah, it looks like something we would love to smoke. Has cocoa, pepper, and earth, but interesting subtle notes of cedar, molasses, and coffee.
All right. So I'll tell you what we'll do. You will pick it up. I will pick it up. And once we both pick it up, we'll set an episode, let everyone know, and we'll smoke on air together.
I'm down with that. I'm down with that.
All right. That'll be quite some time. I know we're doing a sidebar. We're not going to get through a full cigar, but are you in your first?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well,
sorry, gotta take my puff. You know, you always ask me right after I blow it out. And I'm like, that tasted good. Let me drink some Jameson. And then you're like, hey, you're the first
what's
serve.
That flavor?
Yeah, and then it's like, I don't know. Let me put it back on my palate. Creamy, earthy, and a little bit of like nuts. Yeah, it's just. It's so good. This is a great coffee cigar. I feel like if you had like almost like a vanilla coffee, or you drink, your coffee with like cream in there. I don't, but if you did, it would pair very well with this. Like a caramel macchiato would bring out a lot of that sweetness in it, and it would be really good.
That's what I get on my White Girl Wednesdays. Starbucks caramel macchiato.
What about you, good sir?
My cigar, I would almost classify it close to a budget stick. I didn't pay no more than, I want to say $8, maybe $7 for it. So it's some little one note. Nothing against it. It's still very good. It's a buttery leather.
Buttery leather.
Yeah. Like I said, it hasn't really changed much. It is very pleasing for the palate. It is definitely medium. I can get the medium behind it, but yeah, I would definitely pick these up again.
All right, I'm done. I can get behind that. Yeah, I think we've about covered everybody that has a list out that is, there's a lot of these cigar companies, cigar stores, that they'll put out their top 25 list. So if you guys are interested in that, go check it out. You never know, you might find something that you never smoked before that you're like, this is really good. But a lot of it is you try to find that stuff on, if you went to like just Google search, cigar of the year 2022, you're gonna find like 6 different shops that talk about their cigar of the year for 2022. So take that with a grain of salt.
Well, the thing with top 25, top 10 lists, I appreciate them. I do. But I mean, really, when you see a top whatever list, what do you normally do? You don't even look at 10, 25,
Nope.
13. You scroll right to the top or bottom or however it's situated, and you look at what was number one.
Yep.
The only reason why I looked at number two
I'll glance at number 1 through 3.
I was going to say the only reason why I looked at number 2 for Cigar Aficionado is because of the bullshit one they picked for number 1.
Yeah, I like to see the top 3 because, I'm like, ooh, how close was it? Was it good? I look at the ratings. If one of them got a 93 and number 2 got a 91, I'm like, man, it wasn't that super close. Maybe it was, but but yeah, it's definitely one of those things. I just like to look at the top 3, gold, silver, bronze. I'm good. I don't care. I don't give a shit about number 4 through 25. I don't care. It's great for those cigar companies, but I don't care.
My 50th cigar of the year is Black and Mild.
Swisher Sweets. Bitch, get the fuck out. But yeah, I agree with you. You scroll to number 1, you look at that, and then you go, huh, interesting. And you kind of go, oh, what's maybe 2? What's maybe 3? All right, cool. Now I'm done. No one cares. Yeah. That's what I don't understand about like Cigar Dojo. Why are you slow rolling 10 through 1 through 10? Nobody cares. Nobody cares what number 10 and 9 are, or 8 and 7, and 6 and 5, and number 4 is, and then you go 3, 2, 1, all on the same day. Nobody gives a shit. Just you could release all the way up to number 4 right now, and people wouldn't bat an eye. And then you release 3, 2, 1 the next day, and be like, that's good. All right, that's a good list. Yeah, slow rolling it makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well, sir, this was a good first sidebar for season 2.
Yes, I'm excited for what's to come for the rest of season 2.
All right, until next time.
I'm Austin.
And this is Dice.
All right, we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you for listening to Leadership of the Leaf. The comments and opinions expressed by the host and guests does not reflect the opinions of those that broadcast this show, nor does it reflect any of our affiliates.